Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. It's time once again to return to the DC Universe, and for this episode, we're going to talk about another supervillain. Previously, I talked about Mr. Freeze during my blog of Sub-Zero, and the Joker in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, and Joaquin Phoenix's insane Golden Globe-winning movie, which is also nominated for an Oscar this weekend. But today, I'd like to talk about the Joker's right-hand girl, Harley Quinn. Created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, this messed-up, sadistic cutie first appeared in Batman the Animated Series in September 1992. She later appeared in DC Comics' Batman comic books, with the character's first comic book appearance in the Batman Adventures number 12 in September 1993. Harley Quinn is a frequent accomplice and lover of the Joker, whom she met while working as an intern psychologist in Gotham City's Arkham Asylum, where the Joker was a patient. Her name is a play-on of the name Harlequin, which is a character originated in Commedia dell'arte. The character has teamed up with other supervillains like Catwoman and Poison Ivy and formed a group known as the Gotham City Sirens. Since the New 52, she is now depicted as an anti-hero who left her abusive relationship with the Joker and her past as a supervillain behind. However, she is still depicted as a supervillain in other media. Plus, Harley Quinn has also been depicted as a recurring core member of the Suicide Squad. Oh, and speaking of which, in case you're wondering, yes, I will get to blogging the 2016 Suicide Squad movie on my show, but maybe during the Halloween season. But for the movie that I'll be blogging today, we're going to look at Harley Quinn's newest appearance on the big screen. Released on February 7th, 2020, the movie is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Man, what a mouthful. Anyway, let's get started, folks. It's open season on Harley Quinn when her explosive breakup with the Joker puts a big fat target on her back. Unprotected and on the run, Quinn faces the wrath of narcissist crime boss Black Mask, his right-hand man Victor Snaz, and every other thug in the city. But things soon even out for Harley when she becomes unexpected allies with three deadly women, Huntress, Black Canary, and Renee Montoya. So, what do I personally think of this movie? Well, let me make this perfectly clear, folks. It is a good movie, yes, but, like Joker, this is not a family-friendly movie due to the insanity, violence, and messed-up imagery. But, on the other hand, in my personal opinion, I think it's a lot better than Joker. And to further explain why, let's move on to Mustang notes. This movie is the first DC Extended Universe film and the second DC film production to be rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. Margot Robbie, who also serves as producer, pitched the idea for Birds of Prey to Warner Brothers in 2015. The film was announced in May 2016, with Christina Hodson being hired to write the script that November, while Kathy Yan signed on to direct in April 2018. Principal photography lasted from January to April 2019 in downtown Los Angeles, parts of the art district, and sound stages at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank. Additional filming took place in September 2019. Now, for those of you who don't know who the Birds of Prey are, here's a little history lesson. They are an all-female superhero team, with the exception of Hawk, who are featured in several American comic book series, miniseries, and special editions published by DC Comics since 1996. The team name Birds of Prey was attributed to DC assistant editor Frank Peteris in the text page of the first issue. The group is initially based in Gotham City, and they later operate in Metropolis, and then relocate once more to Platinum Flats, California, a new locale introduced in Birds of Prey in 2008. Anyway, what I like in this movie is not only the scenery in Gotham City, but I also like the kick-ass fighting sequences, despite the fact that they're way more violent than in the previous DC films that I've talked about. And this film also has a very hardcore soundtrack. Also, I also like the 2D animated sequence that's seen during the beginning of the film. And there are some scenes where we do see purple X's across people's eyes. Plus, this film does have some weird stuff, like sexual innuendo, due to the fact that there's a strip club in the movie, and there's some other parts that can be very, well, shall we say, serious, as well as insane and really messed up. For example, there's a scene where Harley Quinn blows up the Ace Chemicals plant, and there are parts where Harley Quinn is being targeted by numerous people who want to get back at her. Anyway, I think that's all I have for Mustang notes, so let's move on to the cast. The main character, Harleen Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn, is once again played by Margot Robbie, best known as Jane Porter from The Legend of Tarzan, and one of Peter Rabbit's three sisters from Peter Rabbit, which will be getting a sequel this April. Anyway, as said earlier, Harley is a former psychiatrist who became a crazed criminal and the Joker's accomplice and girlfriend, but has since broken up with him and became a solo vigilante. You know, ever since Suicide Squad, I thought Margot Robbie's portrayal as Harley was great, but really messed up. Plus, I think Harley is equally as sadistic as Larxene from the Kingdom Hearts games, as well as a certain internet reviewer whom I still pray doesn't know I exist. But at the same time, Harley is really humorous and obnoxious at times. Also, I think her weapons, like bazookas, bats, and mallets, including her martial arts, are really hardcore and kick-ass. And I did find it crazy when she adopted a hyena named Bruce as a pet. Next we come to Dinah Lance, aka Black Canary, played by Journey Smollett-Bell, whom you folks might find familiar. That's right, it's Krista from Sophia the First. Anyway, Dinah is a vigilante with a metahuman ability of hypersonic screams, and she's a singer at a nightclub that Black Mask owns. Smollett-Bell described Dinah as disenfranchised and disconnected from the world, and someone who doesn't really want to have anything to do with crime fighting or being a good doer, which is so against her nature because we know Dinah to be all heart. She even said that she became a fan of Black Canary by playing with the character in a video game called Injustice 2, which also influenced how she physically portrayed depiction of the hypersonic screams. Next up is Helena Bartonelli, aka Huntress, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Man, I haven't seen her in a movie since Disney's Sky High. Anyway, Huntress is a vigilante who is an orphan daughter of mafia syndicate gangster named Franco Bertinelli. You know, I thought Mary Elizabeth Winstead gave a really tough and strict performance to Huntress, and I thought her character had a really tragic childhood backstory. Though, I know it's illegal, but I kind of do support her goal to kill the people who killed her family. Next is Gotham City police detective Renee Montoya, played by Rosie Perez. Throughout the movie, Renee is building a case against Black Mask while also investigating a series of mob killings carried out by Huntress. However, I think, Renee is really vengeful when she comes across Harley Quinn several times throughout the movie. Another character to talk about is Cassandra Cain, played by Ella J. Bosco. Cassandra is a young girl who has a contract killing placed upon her head by Black Mask after she steals a valuable diamond from him. In my opinion, Cassandra is an interesting character, and I like her friendship chemistry with Harley Quinn. Also, I felt that it was pretty clever when she hides stolen money inside her arm cast, but it was really messed up when she swallowed the diamond. Also, I don't think Cassandra was a good fighter in this movie, though I hope someday she'll become a better fighter in future DC movies. Finally, we come to the main villain, Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask, played by Ewan McGregor, who got to be Rodney Copperbottom in Blue Sky's Robots, Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars Episodes 1 through 3, Lumiere from the 2017 live-action remake of Beauty and the Beast, along with Valiant and Christopher Robin. Now, Sionis is a brutal and iron-fisted crime lord who threatens Cassandra. Ewan McGregor described this character as an absolute narcissist. But in my opinion, since this was my first time seeing McGregor as a supervillain, I thought he was really ruthless, violent, and dangerous. Especially when he had a whole group of gunners backing him up. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Birds of Prey is a good movie in the DC Extended Universe, but at the same time, it was really crazy. The story is well written, but it was really thought-provoking. Plus, some parts were very serious and a tad raunchy and disturbing at times. The film does have an amazing soundtrack, and I thought that the actors did an amazing job playing as their characters. And it also had some hardcore fight sequences. However, due to this movie's R rating, this is not a movie that I recommend for folks under the age of 17. But, if you folks are DC Comics fans, or superhero or villain fans, then by all means, give this movie a watch. I give this film an 89% out of 100. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to join me next time as we look at a toe-tapping musical movie which will be set in the South Pole. Mustang Power.